So I'm here doing my homework, and I had to stop for a second because I realized something. And what I realized is that it has to be you. It has to be you. We have to. I'm trying to see how to word this because it's gonna get interesting. We have to be the ones to change the trajectory of our family and to change the trajectory of our own personal lives, right? No one's here is just gonna hand us things. No one here is just gonna make it easy for us, right? In order to get the things that we want out of life, we gotta go forward and do it. You can't keep doing the same thing everybody's doing and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity. You can't keep doing it. You can't. You gotta be able to step out, take those risks. You're gonna see. You're gonna see the hole, and people's gonna tell you it's the wrong way to go. You gotta have faith in yourself and just do it. Just do it because even if you fail, you still succeed. You still did something that no one else did. You got to be able to take that risk. It's not something that's just gonna be handed to you. You're not gonna the money, the wealth, and everything that you want out of life is not something that just comes. Like you got to be a different breed to go to get up and go just get it. You. It's like, oh man, I just had. Listen, these challenges that we going through in life and these little setbacks and hiccups, they just challenging you to see if you really want it. And I'm not a super religious guy. I'm not really like into religion and faith and all of that stuff like that. But sometimes I am, and sometimes it comes to me to where it's like, yo, I'm really meant for greater things, and I'm really just sometimes it's like I'm being tested, or sometimes you may feel like you being tested. And there's one scripture that always comes to me, and it bothers me a little bit because I like it a lot. I like it a lot, and I understand it a lot, but it's just something in me that just can't do it. I guess you know what I mean. I just can't leave it into onto something that I don't really not necessarily believe in, but I'm not too sure about. And it is I don't know what it comes from, but it's seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything shall be added onto you. Something it's obviously I don't know word for word. I don't know like the exact scripture or whatever the case may be, right? But that's something that I grapple with every once in a while because it's like I know that I'm destined for something greater, and what I'm doing right now may not be in line with where my end goal is, right? In terms of some of the little things that I do on a day-to-day basis, but my overall the things that I do on an overall is definitely 100% working towards getting to where I want to be and getting to where I need to be, right? Putting myself in the right position. And I feel like it has to be you. It has to be you, just like it has to be me. And I'm talking to myself through you guys, right? Through this video, I'm talking to myself where it has to be me. I have to be the one to get up and go straight through it and actually have the faith to where I was like, all right, cool. I can achieve what I want to achieve under my own volition because no one else is gonna help me achieve it, and no one else is gonna do what it is that I'm gonna do to get to where I need to be. Right? A lot of people not built for it. A lot of people is stuck in their ways. A lot of people is stuck in in being satisfied with what they have and don't have the and I don't want to say ambition to get to somewhere better in life, or the ambition to just be better, or even just the ambition to take the risk of being better. Like some people are afraid of growth and afraid of being great. Some people are afraid of money because they know they're gonna squander it, and that's why you gotta slowly build up, and you gotta have faith. You gotta run through the walls, run through the barriers, take your losses, take your setbacks, and realize that like at the end of the day, you're untouchable. You're untouchable. You are greatness. Greatness. You are greatness. So why are you sitting there swandering away? Oh, they tell you, oh, just get a regular job, just work at whatever company and do your 50 years and retire, bro. No, we're not meant to be doing that. No one's meant to be doing that. Like, of course, you're gonna use your job to fund the things that's gonna take you to another level. You know what I mean? We all gonna have a job at one point. We all gonna have to work, right? And you have to see the vision. You have to see the vision and put yourself out there in terms of wanting better, because you're not gonna get rich off that 9 to 5. Unless you got some extraordinary job, you're a CEO, you're a lawyer, doctor, whatever the case may be. But most of us that are watching this right now probably aren't, right? And we gotta find different ways to utilize our talents to get to where we want to be, right? And break we have to break the cycle of what our family is. Like me, I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of people being okay with the struggle. Like, I see that all day on like social media and just TV, and what they promote is that people are just okay with the struggle as oh well, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Nah, we're not supposed to be doing that. We're not supposed to be doing that. Like, okay, people want to blame the past, and as a black man, oh, slavery and all of this stuff. Bro, get that mentality out your head, bro. You can't have a defeated mentality and become great. There's no way to have a defeated mentality and be great, and it has to be you. It has to be you that wakes up and gets your family out of what it is that your family is in. If you know your family out here struggling, and you might be like me personally, I'm the black sheep of my family, right? I feel like I'm the black sheep of my family in terms of I've always done things a little differently, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it failed, sometimes I was down, sometimes I was up, but I was always the one that was looked at as like doing something different, and you got to be the one to do something different. It has to be you in your family that does something different. It has to be you in your community. It has to be you for yourself to do something different in terms of getting yourself out of this, not necessarily I want to say rat race, but just making better for the future generations. Like, you don't want to go down in history as just another generation that just went through it, that just lived, that just went through the struggle, stayed in poverty. Okay, you may have bought a nice car at one point or had a nice house at one point, but we deserve more. You deserve more, and it has to be you. It has to be you that's gonna figure it out. Take the chances, take the risk, and just figure it out. And of course, it's not going to be easy. Victory is not given to the what's the I forgot what the quote is, but victory is given to the people that work towards it. And it's going to take time. You're going to have discouraging moments. You're going to have your setbacks, but guess what? Those is just a test. And if you pass the test, you get the reward. You graduate. You move up. You do what you got to do. You feel me? It's just it for me. It just makes so much sense. For me, it just makes so much sense, and it came to me while I was doing my homework. I'm doing homework on cybersecurity, right? It has nothing to do with anything I'm talking about in this video, and I just stopped for a second. I was like, you know what? It has to be me. It has to be me. I have to want what I deserve so much that I'm gonna do anything that it takes to get it. And if I fail, I fail, because even me failing is just living some of you guys' regular lives. You know what I mean? Which of course I'm not okay with, but at the end of the day, I try. And I'm not gonna fail because I'm not gonna stop trying. Where one person fails, where one person takes failure, another person takes lessons. And I take lessons in every single thing that I go through. Every single step, every mishap, I take lessons. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll never do that again. I learned my lesson. I gotta humble myself, and Now, after you humble yourself, then you get back and you become a boss of who you are, and you live your own, you live the life that you deserve. You gotta live the life. You gotta find a way to live the life you deserve. You gotta find a way to kind of use it as motivation in terms of people. A lot of people are not gonna believe in you when you out there. You trying to start a business. You out there. You doing your podcast. You doing your videos. You taking a step. You taking a step out of the normal thing that everybody is telling you to do. Oh, just work your job, get paid every 2 weeks, take your vacation once a year, whatever the case may be. You get every weekend off, whatever the case. Bro, that you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing that. I'm not gonna be doing that. I don't want my family to be doing that, and I'm gonna be the one to take the risk. I'm gonna be the one to take the risk and take the sacrifice and do what I gotta do so that when I'm up, I bring my family with me, but they gotta understand the mentality of what it took for me to get to where I'm at, to get them out of where they at. It's simple. It's not simple, but it's doable. It's doable. You can't say something is impossible if it's been done before. It's already been done. It's somebody already living the life that you want. You're motivated by somebody, and how you saying it's impossible for you to get there if they did it? Make it make sense. You don't got to necessarily follow the same path that they took to get there, but use their accomplishments as motivation and figure out your own path and get there. Take the risk. Put yourself out there and do it every day consistently. This is kind of what monk mode is as well, is changing your mindset of what you're accepting in your life. Stop accepting mediocrity, mediocre lifestyle, or what everybody else is living just because they're living it. Oh, okay, cool, I'm living it too. You going to the club this week? All right, I'm going to the club this weekend too. You going to buy a bottle this weekend? I'm going to buy a bottle this weekend too. Oh, you off this week? Oh, I'm off this weekend too. Oh, I worked this whole year. Now I get my vacation time. Bro, you're supposed to be on a different island every week. And of course, it's not something that I'm doing right now currently, but it's something that I'm working towards. And you gotta find the ways to do it. You gotta find the outlets. You gotta use your jobs. You gotta use your jobs. What's it called? Perks and benefits to your advantage. There's jobs out there that pay for school, so you get your education and move up. I mean, you want to travel, go work at a job work for an airline. You know what I mean? It's nothing. I'm not saying don't have a job, but use the job and use your time wisely in terms of getting out of the rat race and just being satisfied with mediocrity and being on borrowed time and using other people's time. Like me, I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel like that's thriving. I don't want to look at somebody that's, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm about to say. I don't know. I don't want to be motivated by mediocrity or be motivated by even like managers and bosses at the job. Is like, okay, they make a little bit more money than you. They still on someone else's borrowed time. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but we gotta be able to change what we're okay with. Change what it is that we feel like is acceptable, right? We gotta, if you want to see your family happy and your family traveling, your family doing this, and everybody's goal is not the same, right? Everybody doesn't want to travel. Everybody doesn't want to experience the world. I do, but for me personally, I know that it has to be me. I know that my family loves to travel. My family is a traveling family. My sisters, all my friends, my mom, they all travel. They love traveling. And I love to see them traveling, right? So one thing about me is I want to be able to let them experience the world. And I want to be able to, and I've done it before. I've been in a place before where I was like, you know what? Taking my family on a little, you know what I mean, little vacation. Wasn't nothing crazy, but it's something that I just like doing, being able to provide that for my family. You know what I mean? Whatever that situation was, that situation, right? And right now, and that's something that I always want to do. I want to be the one that is able to be uh the one that my family comes to. And it may be my male ego because I'm the only male in my family in terms of my sisters and my mom. I'm the only male sibling. Like I got 3 sisters, 4 sisters, whatever y'all want to say. I got 3 sisters and my female best friend, right? By call my sister. And she travels she travels like crazy, right? But I want to be able. I don't want to be the type to be like, oh no, I can't go. I got work. I can't get off of work, bro. No, we should. That should not be in the conversation. That should not be in a conversation. You gotta. It's so much ways to make money and so much ways to buy your time back, which is unfortunate that we gotta buy our time back. But it's so much different ways to just buy your time back. And for me, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna make it possible for my family to do the things that they want to do and not have to worry about requesting time off. As for me personally, this video is, if it applies to you, cool, run with it, understand it. If it don't run with it, don't understand it. But for me, this is for me in my future, so I can show people like, listen, I said what I was gonna do, and this is me doing it. And if you know me, when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. Whether it take me a year, 2 years, 3 years, I always accomplish my goals. It may take me longer because I'm doing it legally and I'm doing it like I'm actually putting my foot on the ground and taking the proper steps to achieving my goals. So it's gonna take longer. I'm not taking no shortcuts, but my goals come eventually. You know what I mean? And I stay dedicated to my goals, and I don't lose track of my goals. And my goals may change over time. They may like one day I might wake up and say, "Yo, I want this," but then I may get more information and say, "I don't want that no more." But I find something else to want. I find something else to always work towards. You know what I mean? And every day I go to work is still me building towards that thing. Is still motivating me to get what I want, which right now my motivation is free time, buying back my time. I want to be traveling. I'm tired of waking up and going to work. This is not what this is about, but this is about, it has to be you. You have to be the one that changes your life. You can't wait for someone else to do it. You can't be playing the lotto or gambling and stuff like that. You have to be the one to change your life, to write down what it is that you want and going to get it. Go get it. I don't see why you wouldn't go get it. I don't see why you wouldn't go get it. Why are you waiting for someone else to help you get it? Now you could take motivation and you could take advice from other people. Yeah, sure. But the foot on the ground, the steps has to be taken by you. The steps has to be taken by you. And you got to have faith. You got to realize that you're walking through this untouchable. You got to have so much faith and so much confidence in yourself that anything that you do, it won't fail. And if it does fail, it wasn't meant for you. But you find a way around it, and you take those losses and you propel forward. That's it. That's all I have. All I'm saying is it has to be you. Figure it out. Figure out what you want. Figure out how to go get it, and go get it. It has to be you. It has to be me. I have to be the one to do it. I have to be the one to do it. You have to be the one to do it. So go watch Monk Mode. Go understand that the next 90, 30, 60 days, we locked in, we understanding ourselves, we understanding what we need, and we're going to get it. Because a lot of people nowadays, they worried about elections and all of this shit, bro. When you got it, you got it. That election shit don't really matter too much. You know what I mean? People voting off of race and identity politics, and bro, you can't vote off of that type of stuff because you're not paying attention to the ways that they're gonna keep you. Yeah, they're gonna keep you dependent on them. There's one party out there that wants to lead you to the water, teach you how to fish, and send you on your way. And then there's another party out there that wants to just give you fish every month. So you got to keep coming back to them. Give me fish. Give me fish. I need to eat. Give me fish. So which one do you want to do? Do you want to be dependent on someone else to provide for you, so that you're just living and you can't eat unless they say, you know what, here, you got some fish today? Or do you want to be able to take the lessons, Not eat for a couple of days because you're in the learning process. But once you learn, once you figure it out, you're gonna be eating for life. Or do you want to just take the scraps? Or yeah, give me some fish. Can I please have some fish? Yeah. Oh yeah, here's my vote. Thanks for the fish. One party don't care if you vote for them, because if you don't vote for them, that's your loss. They still winning. They don't care, bro. They're in this because they do care, but they don't care in terms of like, that's just your loss. That's your loss, because at the end of the day, if you don't vote for them, if they don't win, they cool, they chilling. They go back to they good life, they lavish life. The other party, if you don't vote for them, they might damn near be needing the fish too. That's all I got to say. Make wise choices. Get out of the rat race. Go get it the way you need to go get it. Figure yourself out. Monk mode for the next 90 days. Put yourself out there in the next 90 days. Do what you gotta do and just get it. It has to be you. Has to be you. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Has to be you. That's it.